As the moon cast an eerie glow over the deserted road, I embarked on a solitary night drive to clear my mind. The hum of the engine and the darkness enveloping the surroundings added an air of mystery to the journey. As I turned on the radio, the static-filled tunes created a surreal atmosphere that seemed to amplify the solitude. Miles passed without a single soul in sight, when suddenly, a flicker of movement caught my attention at the edge of the road. My heart skipped a beat as I saw a figure, a woman in a flowing white dress standing by the trees. My grip tightened on the steering wheel. My eyes locked on her as I slowed down, inexplicably drawn to this ghostly presence. The woman's dress billowed gently in the wind, her face obscured by the veil of her hair. Panic crept in as I noticed her staring directly at me, her eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. It was as though she was beckoning me, urging me to come closer. I tried to look away, but an unseen force seemed to hold my gaze. As I cautiously approached, the atmosphere grew colder, sending shivers down my spine. My rational mind screamed at me to turn around, but an inexplicable curiosity kept my foot on the gas pedal. The radio crackled with an eerie melody that resonated with the unease in the air. I whispered to myself, "This can't be real." With every inch I moved closer, the woman seemed to glide backward effortlessly, leading me further down the desolate road. The branches of the surrounding trees twisted like gnarled fingers, casting elongated shadows that danced ominously. My heart raced as a feeling of impending doom settled in the pit of my stomach. A sudden fog began to creep in, enveloping everything in a thick, impenetrable mist. The woman's figure became more distant, yet her presence felt stronger than ever. Panic surged through me as I realized I had lost all sense of direction. The road ahead seemed to stretch into infinity, and I was trapped in a nightmare of uncertainty. Just as I contemplated turning around and abandoning this sinister journey, the fog began to thin, revealing an old, decrepit mansion in the distance. The woman stood at the entrance, her white dress glowing eerily against the dilapidated backdrop. A chill ran down my spine as I approached the mansion, my mind torn between fear and fascination. Just as I contemplated turning around and abandoning this sinister journey, the fog began to thin, revealing an old, decrepit mansion in the distance. The woman stood at the entrance, her white dress glowing eerily against the dilapidated backdrop. A chill ran down my spine as I approached the mansion, my mind torn between fear and fascination. I parked the car, my heart pounding in my chest as I stepped out. The creaking of the mansion's doors echoed in the still night air. A voice inside me screamed to run, but something held me captive, urging me to explore this malevolent place. The interior was a labyrinth of dark corridors, each corner harboring a sense of foreboding. As I ventured deeper, the air grew thick with an unnatural stillness. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the walls, distorting the mansion's haunting history. Suddenly, a whisper brushed against my ear, carrying a chilling message. "Stay with me forever." I turned sharply, finding myself face to face with the woman. Her face was an ethereal blend of beauty and decay, her eyes hollow and filled with a sorrow that sent shivers down my spine. Her cold hand reached out, grazing my skin, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over me. I stumbled backward, my heart racing as I tried to flee the mansion's grasp. With every step, the mansion seemed to shift and contort, its walls pulsating with a malevolent energy. The woman's haunting cries echoed through the halls, each sound reverberating with a sense of anguish and longing. I ran through the winding corridors, desperate to escape the clutches of this supernatural nightmare. As I burst through the mansion's doors, the night air felt like a lifeline. The fog had cleared, and the moon shone brightly overhead, casting an eerie glow on the scene. The woman stood at the edge of the road, her gaze fixed on me one final time. With a mournful smile, she slowly faded away, leaving behind only the haunting memory of that night. I returned to my car, heart pounding and hands shaking, the weight of the encounter heavy on my mind. The engine roared to life, and as I pulled away from the mansion, a chilling realization settled in. I had narrowly escaped a fate that would have bound me to that spectral world forever. And as the miles passed by, I couldn't shake the feeling that the woman's presence still lingered. a ghostly reminder of the horrors I had witnessed on that night drive.